What's up, what's up? I'm Jonathan.
Zelda.
So how you been, sir?
Good. How have you been?
Good, good. They're still having a giant loud party.
Yeah.
So I apologize if you can hear that.
Hear it. They're partying because it's the first day of spring break.
Is that why they're doing it? I thought they were like, oh, they're recording. Let us start.
I think it's because it's spring break. It's officially spring break. Like yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, no. Yes, it's Sunday.
So when will it be tomorrow? I guess maybe it starts Friday after you get out of school.
I guess the people who don't have to work tomorrow go to school. They're partying now because they're like, yeah.
Who doesn't work on spring break?
I don't work on spring break. That's the best part of being a teacher. You get all the holidays.
All the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So being a nurse or being a teacher, which one?
Being a teacher.
Being a teacher.
I like having my breaks because.
Is it less stressful or more stressful?
It's less stressful because you are not like dealing with like the patients. You're just teaching kids.
This is the first time in forever where you don't work graveyard too, right?
Yeah, like I don't work nights anymore, so it's nice. I don't have to like be up all night. So
you don't have to. You still are. You're like, let me play video games.
No, actually, I'm not. Actually, I get sleepy now.
Really?
Yeah, like I go to bed like at midnight now. I know, it's weird.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Because I got to get up early now, so like my whole
What time do you start work?
Like 8 o'clock.
Ew.
Yeah, so since I get up early, my whole schedule is switched. Now I get tired.
Now you're like a normal person.
Now I'm a normal person. Whereas I wouldn't go to bed till like 6, 7 a.m. Now I get tired at midnight. And I'm like, all right.
Now you're getting up when you used to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I know. But it's cool. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
My job is just annoying, but it's more busy than ever before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I had a guy. I think I told you this, but so I do online notarization stuff, and so I had a customer come on the other day, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't think I was gonna get a real person." I was like, "Oh yeah, we're on here 24/7," and then he's like, "Are you a real person?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a real person." Like,
Oh my god, you didn't tell me that, really?
Yeah. I guess he thought I was an AI, and I was like, "No, I'm a real person." Like,
he said, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, I was just like, "Yes, I'm sure." I was like, "Hold on, yeah, no, I'm sure, I'm real."
Did he believe you? Finally.
He did look skeptical, but I guess he was like, "Oh, okay."
But to be fair, the AIs, they're scary nowadays. You see how realistic AI is making people.
Well, they have. I don't know if you saw it. I think like Saudi Arabia has this robot woman that they gave citizenship to, which I'm just like, this is so weird. And then they're like and then Amazon has these like machines like move things.
Everything is AI now.
Forget watching. I know. I last episode I was like, you need to watch Gossip Girl, and I still think you do. You guys should watch Battlestar Galactica, not the '70s, not the '70s version. Even I'm like, that's kind of cool. I used to love it as a kid, but watch the new one. Start with Caprica, and then watch Battlestar Galactica, because it's all about AI.
Oh wow.
And it goes kind of the Skynet route where AI basically rebels and then starts killing us.
Oh shit.
It's kind of the same plot as Planet of the Apes, but with robots instead of apes. Although you've never seen the original Planet of the Apes movies, right?
Not the one with James Franco, right? Is that the one with James?
No, you've seen those, right? You haven't seen
I've seen the one with James Franco.
Yeah, you haven't seen the ones from like the 60s.
No.
So in the ones from the 60s, it starts off with a guy going an astronaut, and then he lands on a planet and it's apes ruling and humans are slaves.
Wow.
And then the second movie is another astronaut went up to look for him and lands on the planet and then finds the same thing. And then, are you ever gonna watch these movies or?
I mean, when is the new? Did the new Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes come out already?
No, I think it's like May or March. May.
Then maybe I should watch them before the new one comes out.
Okay, well.
Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the new one because they're so old.
Well, the James Franco one references this first one. This in the newspaper, it shows the spaceship that goes up.
Yeah, maybe I should watch the original.
I don't think there's going to be anything in it that spoils it. But basically, in some of the sequels, it then goes back in time and kind of tells the same story that the James Franco movies are telling about how it became.
Yeah.
And in that version of events, you know, like on the James Franco one, they invented this serum that starts making the apes more intelligent.
More smarter.
So in the James Franco one, you know, the apes kind of rebelled. They just ran away and started fighting, and then the war started. Well, in the original movies, they made that serum, and instead of the apes rebelling, they used the apes as servants.
Oh, okay.
And then eventually the apes were like, fuck this, what are we doing?
Then they rebelled.
And rebelled. And that's kind of Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
Except obviously with machines. It's really good though. That's a great show.
So they have these AIs as servants, and then eventually they...
Well, so that's what Caprica's about. Caprica's about inventing the AI and then it going wrong and
Okay.
going wrong. Battlestar Galactica is about what happens after it goes wrong.
Okay.
But I don't think that's the route we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go, I want to say more Wall-E-esque, but not even that. Because at least Wall-E, every person was taken care of. I think we're just going to be this weird, fucked up world where there's a few rich people and everybody else is either homeless or damn near. Because AI is just going to take people's jobs. And it's insane because the AI is not even good.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's not coherent. It's not giving you accurate information. But these companies keep giving it everything.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep putting people out of work. And we're going to have a homeless crisis that is...
'Cause I don't know if you ever go to Walmart. There's nobody working in the aisles anymore. It's all just self-checkout.
Yeah.
In the hospital, when you get your food, it's all AI checkout.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's still people making the food, but when you go to check out...
Well, there's a restaurant in California that even the cooks are machines now.
Oh, wow.
Like they
I haven't seen that yet.
They have a restaurant that is 100% computerized.
Yeah, because once you get rid of the cooks, then that's a big deal.
And Amazon's trying to make a store where you walk in, you scan, I guess, your palm or your phone or your fingerprint, you scan something, and then there's nobody working in the store, and when you leave, it just charges you whatever you took.
Wow.
So they're just getting rid of employees.
Basically.
And I'm like, this is cool. This is the future I want. If we provide a basic standard of living for everybody.
Yeah. Like, we need, like, income. Like, if we take away all our jobs, what's going to happen to us?
And it's like, if this is really the route we're going, then let's just get rid of money.
Yeah.
What do we need money for?
Exactly. Get rid of all the bills.
But if you're expecting people to still work, but then getting rid of every form of employment...
Yeah.
How do you think that society functions? And here's the thing that's insane. Even these rich people... Well, when all the poor people don't have money anymore, who's going to buy your shit?
True. Nobody's going to be able to afford the houses.
Nobody can already afford the houses.
Nobody can already afford houses. Oh, damn.
It's real depressing to think about. It's coming. We're not even that far away from it.
No.
It's down the street. I keep seeing more and more homeless people.
Yeah.
I went to Dallas last week and I saw like tents just built up under bridges.
Yeah, like right before you get to the Addison movie theater.
Yeah.
There's like everybody's like under the bridge. Like so many people.
When you leave here, drive towards the movie theater, like you know where you turn to go to the freeway. If you keep going straight, all that wooded area, there's a bunch of homeless tents in there. You'll see a bunch of them on both sides.
It's crazy.
And it's just like, we're supposedly the richest country on the planet. Why are we allowing this to happen?
I don't know.
It's insane. Something needs to be fixed.
I agree.
People should watch more Buffy. That would save things.
I don't know about that.
No, but something needs to be done with this AI.
Yeah.
And it's insane that we have nobody... You would imagine this would be one of the central tenets for the election this year, but we have the same people in the election from last year. Neither one of them really know or care anything about AI.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if this is a problem we could push 4 years down the road.
I know, because like we need somebody new and with some fresh ideas, fresh
We need someone
change.
younger.
Yeah. I think once we get rid of all these, once the boomers retire, we'll be okay.
Except that by the time they retire, is it going to be too late to make any of these changes?
We just have to reverse what they've done. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll do that. We'll figure it out.
We'll have to overthrow our AI overlords.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But have you saw, was it Imaginary?
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
It was great. I liked it. What did you think of it?
I loved it. I thought it was genius. So if you don't know, was it a Blumhouse movie, right?
Yeah, Blumhouse.
Blumhouse. What did I say? Blumhouse. About an imaginary friend who gets jealous and kind of evil.
Yeah, controlling.
Yeah. And tries to kidnap people to keep their friend forever.
Yeah, into this imaginary realm.
Yeah.
Different realm.
It's kind of a cool premise. I loved it. I thought it was fun. I love the family dynamic. This woman and her husband and her stepdaughters, and the husband kind of just takes off. He's a musician, right? So he went on tour.
So you don't see the husband at all. Well, maybe
in
the beginning. And he's just like, all right, bye.
And then he's gone. Because the real story is her and her daughter, or stepdaughters.
Her stepdaughters. One
of whom does not like her.
Yeah. She's just like, I don't want a stepmother. You're trying so hard to be my mom.
Yeah. But the family dynamic is really good.
Yeah.
The creepy neighbor.
The old lady?
The old lady.
Yeah, she's just like staring in the window.
Which, when that happened, I was like, oh, did she catch the imaginary friend and the camera? No, it was the creepy next door neighbor.
She's just a creepy neighbor. Because at first I thought it was like an imaginary friend too.
And it's just like, but it was a great plot. It was very, very. I love how their movies are so emotional. Like let's play on the emotions of it and have the horror come from the emotions.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, I really liked it. Who did you like the most? I like the daughter dynamic. The older daughter.
The older
daughter and the stepmother, and them becoming
at
close
first
and
they
bonding.
were like very distant. Well, the older daughter didn't like her, but at the very end she saw that she actually is really nice and wanted to help her.
Yeah. She hated her.
Yeah, she hated her. She did not like her.
And then they bonded. Yeah.
Yeah, then they got closer, and then spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
At the end, she ended up saving her stepmom.
I do love, though, that she saves the stepmom, and then, everything is, the dad is better, and it's a happy ending, and then she's like, oh shit, I'm still in the fantasy world.
Yeah, because I didn't know that either. Like, at the very ending, you thought, oh, it's such a happy ending.
Almost too happy.
Yeah, and I didn't really catch that it was gonna not be like a real ending. Did you?
No, it caught me. Yeah.
Yeah, and
then I was mad at myself because I was like, I should have caught that.
Yeah, and it was like, oh shit, that was like a twist. I was like,
yeah,
oh, wow,
it was a pretty good twist.
They're not like back in real time or the real realm or whatever.
But then the daughter really does come in.
But we should have caught it because when they saw at the beginning when the dad got out of the realm, when he shut the door, he covered it with paint.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't do that before. So that should have been like a tip. Like, oh, why didn't they cover the door up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something where, like, after you see it, you're like, duh, I should have saw that.
Why didn't I catch that?
Which to me is the best twist. The best twists are things that are like, oh, that was so obvious. How did I miss it?
Yeah.
Have you seen a lot of different, like, imaginary friend stuff? Like, have you ever seen Drop Dead Fred?
No.
You gotta watch Drop Dead Fred.
This is the first imaginary friend? Yeah. Because all the others are just dolls. Like, yeah. Because this movie was kind of sort of like Annabelle.
Well, they bait and switched. You thought it was the teddy bear that was possessed, but the teddy bear doesn't, spoilers, doesn't exist.
I know. She's like, the teddy bear is not even there the whole time. Only the stepmom and Alice, the younger daughter, see it.
Oh, but and spoilers for the very ending, they all saw the teddy bear at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I see it too. But then it's like, oh, it's a kid playing with this teddy bear. And they're like, oh, okay, thank God.
Yeah.
But then it turned out it wasn't. It was an imaginary friend. Yeah. So they all did see it.
So was it really an imaginary friend or?
I think it was an imaginary friend, yeah.
You don't think the kid's mom saw it?
No.
Yeah. So So maybe they're like, let's go to
yeah.
because it was the exact same teddy bear.
Well, at first it wasn't, and then it kind of shifted to be that one. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I love that little, like, it's not over.
Yeah. They're like, let's go to a different hotel. And they're like, yeah, let's do it.
The little girl was cute. Yeah, like when she said that, I was like, oh, she's adorable. Like, should we go somewhere else? Like, yes, we should. Run. But Drop Dead Fred, it's the story about this girl who had an imaginary friend who used to always get her in trouble, and she put him away and just stopped talking to him. And then as an adult, it's been so long since I've seen it, I forgot what happens, but her imaginary friend comes back and starts getting her in trouble again.
Oh man.
And it's such a funny, weird movie. You should definitely check it out. And then you've never seen Happy?
Happy?
That's a TV show.
Okay.
It's about a cop who has an imaginary friend.
Oh, so like an adult.
Yes.
Wow.
And it is so fucked up is the word. It's not for kids. Kids should never watch this show.
Okay.
There's sex, there's violence, there's...
With the imaginary friend?
Oh, the imaginary friends have sex, yeah. It's a pretty fucked up show, but it's brilliant.
So, definitely not for kids.
It is a brilliant, brilliant show.
Oh, man.
You should definitely go check that out.
Happy. It's called Happy, right?
It's called Happy,
Okay.
yeah, that's the show. I think it was only 2 seasons, but it was great.
I don't remember having imaginary friends as a kid. Did you?
I used to pretend I did, but I didn't really. I'd be like, oh, I talked to the Ninja Turtles,
I would
but they weren't real.
I would take my stuffed animals and talk to them, but they're not imaginary. They're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like just
The way kids are like, I have a real imaginary friend, I never had that.
like-
I just pretended.
Yeah, like invisible people. I wouldn't talk to anyone invisible. I would just talk to my stuffed animals.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I would play with myself. I'd play games and I'd play both
Yeah,
sides.
me too. Like I would just pretend like I'm playing against myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's what I did all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah. I would I'd play cards and I'd play one side and then I'd go sit on the other side, act like I don't know what those
Yeah.
cards are, and then play this.
Oh my god.
Oh, the loneliness of being an only child. But you weren't an only child.
No, but if my brother wasn't there, like if like one of us were at school or something, or like
okay.
I don't know, or if he was playing video games and I was playing with my Barbie dolls, like I would.
Well, so you had a brother, not a sister. So I'm sure he's
yeah.
like.
Sometimes he did play Barbies with me,
okay.
but most of the time he wasn't. Not all the time.
Yeah.
So I would play by myself. Yeah.
Yeah. It's what we did. It's our youth.
Yeah.
Now kids are like, I got a tablet.
I know. Dang. Now they're all preoccupied with their tablets and they got TikTok.
They're like, what do I need an imagination for?
Yeah. They're just dang technology.
It's ruining everything.
It's ruined children. I don't know.
It's ruined children.
It's ruined children. It's ruining a youth.
Yes, it is ruining
Yeah,
the
because
youth.
we never had a tablet when we were young.
No.
And now these kids have tablets and they're just like glued to them. And I'm
Yeah,
like, wow.
it's obsessive.
It's like, I feel like it's too much. But
It is, because it's like kids should be outside playing. But you never see kids outside playing anymore. It's
sad.
And it's good for
really
their development
sad.
to be outside.
It is. Because they're just glued to the tablet. It's like, what are they doing? I don't know.
My ex worked at a preschool where it was all outdoor, like outdoor learning. And it's like, that is what we need more of. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, because I never had like a Facebook till I was like high school or something.
I got MySpace and Facebook in college.
Yeah, like close to college. Now these little kids have TikTok. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing on TikTok?
Yeah.
You know how many like really bad videos are on TikTok and you have kids watching these? It's like,
And
why?
posting.
I know. It's like, what the heck? That is so sad.
Our society.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't blame people because people are like, AI's taking all of our jobs. We need money. Hey, look, internet famous.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you get money. People like go online and, get
I mean,
views.
it's kind of the only way out of this
True.
hellscape that we've made our
True.
society. Like,
Yeah.
so you can't be mad at people for it.
Yeah. You can make money off of it.
Oh, the world is doom and gloom.
Doom and gloom.
But I did love that the imaginary, like the bear would talk with their own voice.
I know.
But was so like cruel. Like one of the things is you have to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's
like,
dark.
It goes on from like the first part is like something that makes you happy, and it's
Something
very,
you're afraid of. Something that makes you sad.
Yeah. And then it's like really dark, and it's like, oh shit.
And then you have to hurt yourself, like something that hurts you. And I'm like, my God, this damn teddy bear.
The teddy bear is evil. Come on now.
Has no chill.
Yeah. And in the very end, when the house got on fire, they're like, just let it burn.
Yes, kids. To get away from your problems, always commit arson.
Always commit arson. Oh my gosh.
Oh God. Have you ever it did make me though after I was done watching it gave me very much Little Monsters vibes.
Little Monsters vibe?
Have you ever seen Little Monsters?
Are they like the dinosaur?
No, it's a Fred Savage movie.
Okay, I'm thinking about something else with the dinosaurs.
There was a Disney version called Don't Look Under the Bed.
Ooh.
Did you see that?
No.
So both of these movies are kind of similar plots. Don't Look Under the Bed is great. I like that movie. But Little Monsters I loved. But it's basically they find out that under the bed there's a portal to monsters. It's like a monster world.
Oh, so it's a different portal. Like you can get to different worlds. Okay.
Yeah. You know how on Monsters Inc. they come out of the closet? In these movies they come out from under the bed.
Okay.
And these monsters would scare kids and all that. But Fred's it's been so long since I've seen Don't Look Under the Bed. But in the Little Monsters movie, Fred Savage becomes friends with them and starts hanging out with them. But it's such a weird, like, out there premise, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
And that's what this kind of reminded me of. Like a weird out there premise, but it's kind of fun and whimsical.
Yeah, because in imaginary you have a different realm, and it's like different. You have all these different doors, and you open them, and it's all something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely you should definitely watch those.
Yeah. I didn't like expect the teddy bear to turn into this big old grizzly bear.
That didn't surprise me. I didn't expect the teddy bear to be fake. That's what threw me. That the teddy bear didn't exist.
I thought the teddy bear was gonna just be like, you're gonna have this cute cuddly teddy bear kill you with a knife.
Like Chucky.
Yeah, like Chucky. I thought it was gonna be like a Chucky, like he was gonna come alive. I didn't expect him to be a grizzly bear.
Well, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I thought it was just gonna be like the teddy bear killing you, and he's all cute and cuddly, but he's really a psycho killer.
God. There's that other imaginary movie coming out with Ryan Reynolds.
Another one?
Yeah, called I don't know if it's called If or IF or Imaginary Friends.
Oh, so it's not out yet?
No, it's coming out.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen the trailer for that.
That one's clearly like a comedy. I think geared towards younger crowds.
Oh, okay. So not like horror.
Not horror at all, yeah.
Oh.
But it has Ryan Reynolds in it, so anything with Ryan Reynolds in it is worth watching.
He's pretty funny. Yeah. That's definitely something I'll watch.
But I really like this movie. I thought it was fun.
I did too. I like, horror movies. And I liked it. It had like some jump scares.
It did, yeah. But what movie I'm really excited for is was it Abigail?
Oh, the
ballerina vampire.
Oh my god, that looks funny, but also.
Oh my god,
it looks pretty funny because she's a ballerina vampire. It looks out there.
I have not been this excited for a movie since the last voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah.
That Dracula movie. Like how excited I was for that movie is how excited I am for this movie.
This one, it looks really good.
It does. It just and it got your guy in it.
Gustavo.
Yeah. But every time I see that trailer, I'm like, man, I am hyped for that movie.
It looks so good.
I cannot wait. It's such a weird out there premise, but I'm like, it's
weird,
brilliant.
But it looks really good. Because who came up with the ballerina vampire? I want to know that.
The only thing I didn't like was when they referenced all the vampire stuff. They referenced everything but Buffy.
Oh yeah, because what did they reference?
They started with Anne Rice. Then True Blood.
And then
fucking Twilight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, Twilight, but not Buffy.
They're like Twilight.
But I do like when they said Twilight. Everyone's like, ugh.
I know. It's like, why Twilight?
Apparently they're turning Twilight into a show now.
Twilight, you cannot take Twilight serious.
It's so bad.
It is. It's like, why?
Oh my god.
They're so unserious in that movie.
And they're all such bad, like, The dude who plays Batman, he's good in Robert Pattinson. He's good, but he was bad in that. Everything in that movie was bad.
Every actor in that movie was really not good.
No, not at all.
They were not good at all.
And Kristen Stewart's been good in other things, and Robert Pattinson's been good in other things.
They have. It's
that
just
movie
Twilight
was bad.
I don't know. Maybe they were just young and they were starting out. Maybe that was it. It was just young.
Well, to me, you know how I say I love cheesy and I love corny movies? But I love unintentionally cheesy and corny movies. Movies that are trying to be serious, but are just like, oh, this is cheesy and I love it.
Yeah.
Twilight to me feels like a big budget movie that's like, let's be cheesy.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work. You can't pretend to be cheesy.
It was bad.
Cheesiness just has to happen. It has to be organic. It has to be organic cheese to make the cheesy.
Oh my gosh.
God.
But I'm excited for Abigail.
Yo, I'm dying for Abigail.
Yeah.
That and Ghostbusters, I think, is
yeah, because we're going to go see it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, next week or the week after?
I think next week.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Yeah. Nina was like, "Here, we're going tickets." I was like, all right, I'll get tickets too.
The one in Parks, right?
I think so, yeah. I have to look at my thing, but yeah, I think it's Parks.
I think it's Parks.
But I'm excited for that. I love the Ghostbusters. Have you seen all of them? Or?
I've not seen all of them.
Oh, you should.
Are they connected?
You don't have to watch the girl one, but all the rest. Have you seen? Which ones? Have you seen any?
It's been so long, I can't tell you.
You should rewatch all of them before this one.
I should rewatch all of them because it's been a while.
Yeah, just the three, not the girl one.
It's been a while since I've seen like old movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 1 and 2 to me still hold up as beyond perfection. And the third one was so great. It was the Aftermath or whatever. That was Afterlife. That was great too. That was a brilliant movie. That's how you bring back a franchise. And then this one just looks genius.
So there's 3 before this movie?
Yes.
3 of them. Okay.
The girl one doesn't count.
Why doesn't the girl one count?
Because they wanted to reboot the story and tell their own story and wanted nothing to do with the first 2 movies. They're like, those movies don't matter. We're doing our own movie completely separate from that movie. And so it came out and it wasn't great. I saw it. It wasn't great. It was trying to, and the insane thing is all 4 of the like main actresses, funny as hell. Chris Hemsworth, funny as hell. The movie just didn't land. The movie wasn't funny. It wasn't creative. It wasn't different.
Okay.
It felt very paint by number. And it's even by the dude who did Bridesmaids. Oh. The movie should have been genius.
Bridesmaids is so funny.
The movie should have been genius, but it just wasn't. It wasn't fun.
Well, I'll watch the first 3 before I watch this
one. Yeah. But then the Aftermath was made by the son of the guy who made the original 2.
Okay.
And so he wanted to pay tribute to those movies. So Leslie Jones is like, that's so disrespectful. How dare they forget our movie like it doesn't exist? It's like, but your movie pretended the others didn't exist, and this movie's paying tribute to the first 2. How can they acknowledge yours if you ignored the first 2?
Oh, no.
It's like, you made your bed. That's not his fault. That's yours. But she got offended, and I was just like, there's no reason to be offended. Your movie sucks.
Your movie sucks.
And then Sony...
She doesn't want her movie to suck.
Sony then erased all of the negative comments except for the ones that were sexist and said, oh, it's just because they hate women. And it's like, no.
Damn.
No, you erased every other comment that pointed out why this movie's bad.
That corruption.
They're trying to guilt... And then it's like, how are you going to try to guilt people into liking your movie? Well, that's what Elizabeth Banks said when people didn't like her Charlie's Angels movie either. Did you like that one? We saw that with Tina.
I liked it.
I didn't really care for it. No, because if they made Bosley a different Bosley, I would have loved it. But they intentionally went out of their way to say Patrick Stewart was playing the same Bosley as Bill Murray, the same one as from the TV show. And then they made him the villain. And it's like, no, you can't spit on every version that came before just to make your movie.
I thought it was a good movie.
That annoyed me.
Yeah.
But she said that every criticism is just sexist. And it's like, no, there are other criticisms. Like, you can't just erase everything that it annoys me. It's like, be honest.
Yeah.
It would have been a good movie if they didn't make that twist. That twist is why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because it's like bossy. So why would he do that? Why would you make him the villain?
I just like Charlie's Angels, like the action.
I've never actually watched a TV show.
I didn't watch the TV show.
But I love the 90s one with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore,
Oh
Lucy Liu.
yeah,
I love that one. Bill Murray like that.
That was the original.
Those two. Well, the original is the TV show from the 60s.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch the. How am I gonna watch the 60s? You know, I was born in the 80s.
It's on DVD.
Why am I gonna go back and watch something from the 60s?
So every day when I do my bicycle thing with the workout,
You like to watch everything from the 60s?
I'm rewatching Bewitched. I'm watching an episode of
You're
Bewitched.
so old, Jonathan. Oh my god. I really like Bewitched, though. I did watch Bewitched. That was a really good TV show.
That's from the 60s?
It is?
Yeah, I'm watching. It's in black and white.
I guess because I used to stay, like, when I went to...
The first couple seasons are in black and
My
white.
parents would have it on a TV show, and I would watch it when they were watching it.
Okay, so you watched Bewitched. You referenced the Brady Bunch.
I like the Brady Bunch.
That's from the 60s.
What? No, it's not.
Are you talking about the movies or the show?
The show.
The show's from the 60s.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because in the 80s, they did a reunion movie.
Marsha Brady was born in the 60s?
No, she was probably born in the 50s.
What the fuck?
The show took place in the 60s. It was filmed in the 60s.
So they're not our age?
No, they're a little older than my mom.
What? Because when I was watching when we were younger, I would have thought, oh, they're our age. So, oh, wow, my mind is blown right now.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah, I've seen I Dream of Jeannie.
Also 60s.
Yeah.
You seen Gilligan's Island?
Yeah.
60s. I Love Lucy? Mm-hmm. 60s.
Okay.
Andy Griffin Show?
Yeah, but I didn't really like...
I didn't really like that either, but you've seen it.
Yeah.
60s.
MASH.
MASH, I believe, was the
MASH is when I
70s.
would see the opening and I always turn the
You
TV
same
on.
here. The movie though is brilliant. You should watch the movie.
That's when you know it's time to go to sleep is when MASH came on.
I wasn't a fan of the show either, but the movie's really good.
Okay, I never
The
seen
movie is
movies.
really, really good. What else is there? Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
60s.
Okay.
So you've seen 60s shows.
I have. I've seen.
You get on
Different
this.
Strokes is probably in the
70s or 80s.
Okay,
That was 80s.
okay. What about those? There was another show with those 5 women. I forgot what it was called.
5 women.
It's like in the probably 70s too. When Different Strokes was showing on. I forgot.
You know about Facts of Life?
Yeah, Facts of Life.
It's a spin-off of Different Strokes.
Yeah.
I think it's better. You
Yeah,
take
I
the good,
like
you take the bad, and
Facts
there
of
you have the
Life.
Facts of Life.
I like that show.
I used to watch Facts of Life religiously.
It was so good.
I fucking love. They have it on sale at Walmart. You can buy the whole series.
Okay. Oh man, those are really good. Different Strokes.
I introduced Ashley to the Facts of Life because she had never seen it. I was like, "How have you never seen this?"
Oh my god, that show was
Trudy
great.
roller skating everywhere.
Yeah, that show was great.
Yeah, so that's 80s.
Company.
Three's Company 70s.
Okay.
You've seen that. You've seen Taxi?
I haven't seen Taxi.
Taxi's great. I never watched it as a kid, but I've been watching it now. That show's brilliant.
Okay.
It's a young Danny DeVito. I don't know a lot of 70s sitcoms, to be honest, besides Three's Company and Taxi.
Yeah, I really love Three's Company. And Different Strokes.
Three's Company's brilliant. The Ropers, if you ever managed to watch The Ropers,
This is a spin-off. of
spin-off.
Three's
It's
Company.
really funny. I haven't seen Three's a Crowd yet, but I'm rewatching Three's Company. When I finish Three's Company, I'm gonna watch Three's a Crowd.
Okay.
It's what happens when Jack gets married and moves in with his wife and father-in-law.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jack gets married?
Jack gets married.
Oh my god, so it's not to Janet?
No.
Or one of the blondes?
One of the blondes, no.
What?
No, he gets
So
married to someone else.
different. Oh my god. My mind is just blown. That's
Only lasted
that
one season.
defeats the story. He
The
has
story,
to get-
no, the story was that they were friends.
No, he liked Janet or one of the blondes.
No, he liked the blondes.
And Janet. I think him and Janet.
Ah,
had a
him and
thing.
Janet kissed every now and then.
Yeah.
There was.
I feel like there was some chemistry.
I don't believe for a second that sex wasn't happening in that apartment.
Yeah.
I'm with all the landlords. How often they would kiss or sit on each other's lap. I was like, okay, there's some kind of romance going on.
Yeah.
It's not platonic.
Yeah.
80s would be Different Strokes. Happy Days.
Mm-hmm. Monday, Tuesday. Happy
Yeah, so you've seen sitcoms before your birth.
I did. Okay.
Like you make this weird
Okay,
argument.
I'm
That's
sorry.
not based in
I'm sorry.
fact.
I'm sorry. You're not old. Okay. All right.
Golly. So there's a DVD set you could buy that has all of the Brady Bunch, the entire series, all of the Brady Bunch cartoon.
Oh, I didn't know there was a cartoon.
The Christmas movie, the second movie, because I think there were like 2 movies, or 2 or 3 movies. Not counting the Shelley Long movies, but the movies from back then. The Brady Wives, which is the TV show about the girls once they grow up and get married, and then the TV show called The Bradys, which was about the kids as adults.
Okay.
Did you know there were shows of the Brady Bunch in the 80s?
No.
Yeah, where the kids are all grown.
Oh my gosh. That's mind blowing.
It's a whole universe.
Wow. Dang.
Although the 90s had good sitcoms too. You got Family Matters and
Full House.
Full House I think was 80s.
Okay.
But Family
I love
Matters.
Fuller House.
I've only seen the first 2 seasons.
I love it. I liked how the story is. They have. I don't know. They're just so happy.
Did they fire Aunt Becky when she got in that scandal with?
No, she's still in the show.
She was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought she would have been fired too.
Yeah.
But apparently she only got a few months in jail?
A few months in jail, yeah. Well, I figured just the scandal, they would get rid of her.
Nope.
Did the Olsen twins ever show up?
Nope. But I think you saw the beginning where they look at the camera and they call them out for not being there.
I wonder why they didn't come on just for an episode.
I know. It feels so weird without them. But they did mention them at least.
To be fair, aren't the Olsen twins billionaires?
I guess so.
Because of everything they did came out of the show. You think they could have taken a moment to come on and say hi?
Yeah, I know. Because they just visited, their sisters and their dad and their uncles.
I haven't been able to find it, but they did a Family Matters movie. It's a cartoon. But I haven't been able to find it, but I want to watch that. I love Family Matters.
I loved Family Matters too.
Did you see when Full House and Family Matters crossed over?
Oh, I don't know if I saw that episode.
It was not a full episode. It was just, I think Urkel showed up on an episode.
Yeah.
And then Boy Meets World also crossed over with one of those. Step by Step also crossed over. So all of those are all the same universe.
Oh my god, I was watching TikTok and it showed Topanga and all the cast from Boy Meets World except for what's his name? Ben Savage?
Ben Savage.
Because I guess somehow he went MIA from all of them.
He's in politics.
Yeah, so I saw all of them on TikTok except for him, and then someone in the comments it's sad how he kind of just ghosted everyone.
He did, yeah, because I think he's trying to become a congressperson or something like that. So he just removed himself from all of them entirely. And it's just dude, come on.
Yeah, because they were all taking a trip to Topanga.
Well, they do a podcast.
They do that? Oh.
So, Topanga, Sean, and Eric do a podcast.
Yeah, they were all on a plane together going somewhere.
Yeah, and apparently there was a controversy where when Angela was on the show, apparently they were kind of fucked up to her.
Oh.
And apparently Eric said some things that were not cool.
Oh.
So they invited her on the podcast and they apologized to her. And now she's I guess I don't listen to it, but apparently she's on almost every episode.
Well, that's good that they made up.
Yeah, so now and they go on all these cons together.
So cool. It's just I saw that and I'm oh, that's her childhood.
Topanga is my...
And Topanga still looks amazing.
Everyone's always what's the name? Christina Applegate from Married with Children or Kelly Kapowski. Don't get me wrong, I love Kelly Kapowski.
Oh, yeah.
But Topanga Lawrence, it's always been Topanga Lawrence.
She's so pretty. She's so beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I know Kelly Kapowski's pretty gorgeous too.
But Topanga beats them all.
By far.
Yeah.
Or people always say the Pink Power Ranger too. But no, it's
Topanga.
It's Topanga.
She beats.
It's Topanga, and honestly, who comes in second is Kelly Kapowski.
I think the Pink Power Ranger comes second.
Over Kelly Kapowski?
Yeah. I love the Pink Power Ranger. The original. What was it?
Kimberly?
Was it Kimberly? Yeah, Kimberly. Yeah. Yeah.
Over Kelly Kapowski.
I think so. That's my opinion.
Did you like Saved by the Bell?
I did.
Did you watch all the sequel series?
I didn't watch all the sequels.
Oh my god. So, as a kid, obviously grew up loving Saved by the Bell. And then I'd watch a couple episodes of the college years. But then whenever they announced they were bringing it back, I finally went back and watched every episode. So I looked up how you're supposed to watch the original series because it's all out of order.
Oh.
Because they would air season 2 episodes in season 4 and it's all weird.
Yeah.
So I found out what the order is to watch it. So I was constantly jumping around. But I watched all the original. Well, first I watched Good Morning Miss Bliss. I don't know if you've ever even heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
So there was a TV show called Good Morning Miss Bliss, and it was about this teacher called Miss Bliss in her classroom, and it was in the Midwest.
Oh.
And she had Zach Morris and Screech, and I believe Lisa Turtle as students.
Okay.
And obviously, Zach Morris became, especially towards the end of that, there was only one season. Towards the end of that season, Zach Morris was getting most of the storylines. You could tell the writers really liked this kid. So then the show was renamed Saved by the Bell. Oh, because Principal Belding was still the principal.
Oh, wow.
But the show took place in the Midwest. So they canceled it, retold it as Saved by the Bell, and Zach, Screech, Lisa, and Mr. Belding were now suddenly and have always been Californians.
Yeah.
In Bayside.
And now they're in the Midwest.
They referenced things from Good Morning Miss Bliss, but they never acknowledged that it was in an entirely different state.
Well, shit.
And suddenly Jesse is Zach's friend from childhood.
Oh. Wow.
Because the first episode of Saved by the Bell is when Slater shows up, so that is explained. But they just tooled Jessie in because she was not there. And then you get the college years, which is only 1 or 2 seasons, and it's really good.
Okay.
They're grown, they're in college. But then you get this show called The New Class, and I always hated it as a kid, but I watched it now and I'm like, it's actually pretty good. But it's kind of Degrassi, where every couple seasons they just throw out the cast to get an entirely new cast. And it lasted like 7 years, but it's like 3 different casts. Dang. And Screech is now the assistant principal, and Mr. Belding's still the principal.
Wow. A lot has changed.
Yeah. Well, I think he's interning at the school.
Wow.
And then you have the new show where AC is the gym teacher. Jesse works at the school, which is just like Jesse should be doing something way more with her life. Like I would have thought Jesse would be like politics, like a governor or what do you think she'd be, like a congressperson or a governor or
something,
or like a high-powered attorney? Like Jesse was like so like, I'm gonna take on the world.
Yeah, so I would imagine her being like some kind of power.
Zach, I believe, is governor.
Oh.
Which actually does kind of make sense.
Okay.
He's married to Kelly.
Yeah.
And Zach's kid and Jesse's kid go to school, and it's about them.
Okay.
Lisa's on, I think it only lasted 2 seasons. Lisa has 1 appearance on, I think, each season.
Okay.
And at the ending of the 2nd season, they reference Screech. And I guess they were going to bring him in on the next season. Or it might only be 1 season. And they were going to bring him in on the next season. And then the show got... And then he died.
Yeah, okay.
But, or they were gonna, I think it was 2 seasons, and they referenced him on season 1, and they were gonna bring him in on season 2, and then he died.
Okay.
Because, they weren't gonna bring him in because, he had just gotten out of prison. He stabbed a dude. Did you know that?
I know he got jailed for something.
For stabbing a guy in a bar.
Dang.
Fucking Screech.
I know he was going through a lot.
Yeah.
He was like an alcoholic or something.
Yeah, I think alcoholic. I think he was doing drugs too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he stabbed a dude in a bar.
Dang.
This is insane.
That's insane.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's our trip down sitcom lane.
Yeah.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Zelda.
Give us legends.
Give us more sitcoms.
Yes, please. We need more sitcoms.
Yeah.
They don't really make a lot anymore.
They don't.